Hey, this is Corey from Wolfpack Woodcraft, and I got a new tent today. I'm really excited. It's stormy, rainy outside, so I'm not going to set it up today, but I figured as long as I got it, I would share with you why I'm so excited that I got it and why I purchased this. Okay, so this is an Outdoor Vitals 2-person tent, and the reason I had to have this was, one, because now that I'm doing this channel, I plan on going to a lot more campgrounds. I want to do like some backpacking campsites and do some campsite camping. And a lot of campsites don't let you tie anything to their trees, like clotheslines and especially hammocks. And so I wanted a tent that was small enough that I could backpack with, plus that was small enough that I could set up myself. Because right now, the tent that I have, that me and Caroline use, is a 6-person tent. And it's huge, and I can't set it up by myself. And so with this, it now opens up anything. I can go wherever and I can do whatever. So I'm really excited. Plus, here, let me run through. So this is 6 pounds with the footprint and the tent. So the footprint is basically just a tarp you set down so that you don't damage the floor of your tent. So it's really important to have a footprint or a tarp so that you don't damage your tent. And so this combined total weight is around 6 pounds. Of course, all the links will be in the description box below so that you can get all the exact specs and you can learn more about everything that I talk about here. But the tent that we use now, before we got that one, was this Slumberjack 6-person trail tent. And this thing weighs 25 pounds about. So 25 pounds. I'm going from 25 pounds to 6 pounds. Now this has a Walmart tarp in it. And so it just has one of those Walmart tarps. And so this too has everything we need in it, but it's 25 pounds. It's a 6-person tent, and it's huge. It's very big. It's still gonna be our family camping tent. It fits a queen size inflatable airbed, plus a single inflatable air mattress for my son. Plus there's still room for gear and everything. And so it's a big tent, and it weighs a lot, and it's huge, as you can see. But the thing about it is it's completely waterproof. Me and Caroline have been through a lot of rainstorms in this tent, and it's kept us completely safe and completely dry. It's always protected us. It's always everything. And we do have an Ozark Trail, and this one is 10 pounds, just the tent. I do have a tarp for this one, but it's separate. It doesn't fit inside the bag like the Slumberjack does. And so you have to carry a tarp separate, but just the tent is 10 pounds. And so it's probably half the weight of this. But what happens is this one, it's not as high of quality as the Slumberjack. And so every season that we use this, I would have to seam seal every single seam, or it would leak, right? And we would get wet. If it were to rain, we'd get wet. If I didn't seam seal it, and if I didn't seam seal it well, we would get wet. And plus, if you didn't constantly adjust and open the windows and allow a breeze to come through, it would condensate. So even if it wasn't raining, if you just sealed it up, the heat of your body and your breathing and everything, it will condensate on the inside and you'd get wet anyway. So you constantly had to take care of this thing or you would get wet. And so for Caroline, it was worth the wait. And for me too, it was worth the wait to carry this big, huge thing than it was to mess around with that Ozark Trail. Mostly because we had it. So what we would do is I would carry the tent poles and the tent, and she would carry the rain fly and the food. We would break this up, and we wouldn't bring the tarp. We wouldn't bring the footprint. And so we always ran the risk of something poking a hole through the floor. So when we got to camp, we would always have to clear a big spot and make sure that there was nothing that could poke through. But it was worth it. That peace of mind of knowing that we were safe and knowing we were going to be dry was always worth it, because we knew that we were going to be dry. We knew it. You know, we weren't hoping. We knew it. And that was worth a lot to us. And but now we have a family car camping tent that we can take to a campsite, set it up. I can't set this up by myself either. It's so huge, and it's got fiberglass poles. And so if they get bent a little bit too much one way or the other, they'll break. And so you need to have two people so that they don't bend weird. And so that is one downfall to this, is it has the fiberglass poles, but with two people it's not an issue. We have broken a pole, and you just pay shipping to Slumberjack. You send it to Slumberjack and they send you a new one. And they, no questions asked. They just, there's a number you call them, you let them know. They say, all right, and then they give you an address to send the pole to. So then you send the pole to them, and then they sent us another one back, and it wasn't a big deal, you know. And so I really enjoy this tent. I'm really glad we own it. We're just going to continue to use it, especially when we have our son with, and we're all camping together as a group, and we're not backpacking anywhere. But if we're backpacking, we now have, I mean, look at this, one-handed, you know. Now we now have something a lot smaller. And now I can carry the tent and she can carry the food, and we'll be equal weight. You know, I won't have to break this up. You know, a 6-pound tent, 6 pounds of food, off we go. You know, plus now we can carry a much smaller pack, right? And so I'm super excited. If you couldn't tell, very, very excited. And Outdoor Vitals, they're supposed to be another high quality gear. They're supposed to make a lot of high quality gear. And so with the footprint and the tent, 6 pounds. 6 pounds. I don't have to worry about sticks or anything poking the bottom, because I do have a footprint. I'm excited. It's going to open up. I can set it up by myself. So I can take this backpacking. I can go to state parks, and I can go to the Boundary Waters, and I can go to a lot of different places now too. It's opened up a lot of different opportunities for me and this channel. So this is a game changer. I'm really excited I own this. I'm really, really happy that this is a thing. I actually have a camping trip planned for this weekend. So this weekend I'm going to go out. And I'm not going to do a trip video. I decided I'm just going to do gear reviews, right? So I'm going to set up my Slumberjack, because my whole family's going to be there. So I'm going to set up that tent, and I'll do a review. I'll show you what that tent has to offer, my Slumberjack. I'll set up this tent, and I'll show you what this tent has to offer. I'll probably set up my hammock and show you that. And I'm just going to make a bunch of videos on different gear. I'm going to practice with my axe some more. I've been watching some more videos, been getting a lot more insight on different ways of doing that. And I want to get good at using an axe. I haven't really used an axe that much, but I'll go over that in future videos. And so I got a big trip planned. I got a lot of stuff that I want to show you guys. A lot of knife reviews, gear reviews, backpack reviews. They're all coming up. And I'm going to have them outside. I'm going to be showing you the pros and cons. I've been using some of this stuff, like my tent and some of them knives. I've been using for a long time. And so it's about time that I do some reviews on them, show you some of the pros and cons. So stay tuned. I got a lot coming up. All right. So I ended this video, but I want to show you this. This right here is 4 pounds of food. Okay, so there's Mountain House meals and different camping food in here. Let me just show you something. So I got like Mountain House meals and stuff in here. So I got 4 pounds of food in here. So 4 pounds of food, 6 pound tent. So Caroline carries this. I carry my tent. I'm carrying pretty close to the same bulk she could carry the footprint. Right? And so we're carrying pretty much the same bulk and the same weight, right? She just carries this and I carry this, right? I don't have to break up my tent anymore. Plus, when I'm camping solo, I can carry 4 pounds of food in my whole shelter and I'm not taking up that much space, right? I'm taking up pretty close to the same as my hammock system. All right, so you've all seen my AquaQuest King Camo tarp, and then look at the tent, right? So the bulk, this is a 5 pound tarp, 6 pound tent, right? So then you add the hammock to that, and then you add the bug net. So the tent is going to take up less than my hammock system. So I'm very excited, super excited. So as always, make sure to leave your knowledge and your questions in that comment section. I want to know what you go camping in. Do you use a hammock system? Do you use a big, huge tent? Do you like to go minimal and use a small, compact 2 or 1 person tent? Let me know in that comment section. Also, make sure to leave your questions down there. I always try my best to answer every question. And if you guys see a question that you know the answer to, feel free to answer it. Sometimes you guys give better answers than I do. Also, make sure to like and share these videos so that we can spread that knowledge to the people we care about most. And as always, don't forget to subscribe and come join the pack. I have a new video every Sunday and Thursday, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.